Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our weekly podcast of Chrysalis, the Family Adventures. Today we follow up with the next episode, episode 25. Everybody's had enough. As you may recall, we ended episode 24 with Josh escaping out his window, apparently to rescue Mike, who got locked in there with him, but doesn't return until Joey finds him and rescues him. In this next gripping episode of Chrysalis, the Family Adventures, tensions run high as Josh unexpectedly reunites with his old friend Michael, who is preparing to leave for college at Stanford. Josh seeks Michael's help to find Amanda Wainright, but Michael teases him about his past antics. Meanwhile, Samantha continues her therapy sessions with Dr. Morfield, who encourages her to follow through with her treatment. Samantha confides in Kamala about her struggles, and they share a tender moment in the hospital. Back at home, the family dynamics reach a boiling point as Mike, Joey, and Giselle confront Josh about his behavior. Giselle, exhausted and overwhelmed, suggests family therapy to help everyone cope with their issues. But with her exhaustion and the men going on with their own agenda, she cuts out to stay with a friend, Josh thinking she's a lesbian, and Giselle countering the men's one-track mind. The episode ends with a tense visit from the police, and the lawyer, Walensky, would suggest placing an ankle monitor on Josh to prevent further escape. As the family grapples with their decisions, they are left to ponder the future and the challenges ahead. This episode masterfully balances humor, drama, and emotional depth, leaving viewers eager to see how the family's journey unfolds. And now, without further ado, fade in. Voiceover, previously on Chrysalis, the Family Adventures. External, Josh's friend, Michael's house, day. The front door opens, revealing Mike, who looks shocked. Michael. I'm sorry. I have to, just for clarity, Michael is Josh's friend from episodes, I believe, 2 and 3. The guy who Josh wanted to fix his records, and he borrowed his phone when he didn't have his own phone. Not the grandfather, Mike. Okay, external, Josh's friend Michael's house, day. The front door opens, revealing Michael, who looks shocked. Michael. Oh my God, Josh, I can't believe it. It's like you came back from the dead. What happened to you? Josh. Oh, it's so complicated. Michael. Wow, it's really good to see you, buddy. You just caught me in the nick of time. I'm leaving today for Stanford. Would you believe it? I just got in on a scholarship last minute. Josh, mentally on 2 things. Wow. But wait a minute. I need your help finding Amanda Wainright. I still don't have my phone. Michael. Who? Amanda Wainright? Josh. Oh, come on. You gotta know her. She's in our school. Mike, teasing smile. Oh, she's in our school now. Nice work. Now at least you're on the same continent. Have you heard from that other girlfriend now that she's in a war zone? Josh. What other girlfriend? Michael. Oh, you know who I mean. You begged me to borrow my phone to cut class so you could sext her. I got in trouble for that. Josh. No, you didn't. Michael. Yes, I did. Don't you remember? Josh. You got in trouble because you changed my records back when my dad yanked my phone. Michael. Yeah, that too. I saved your life. Josh. No, not that too. That only. Michael. It doesn't matter anyway. Breaking into smile. I got into Stanford. Josh. Yeah, I'll say it doesn't matter. I had sex. Michael, smirking, teasing. Oh, right. Amanda, what's her name, right? Josh, Wainright. Michael, yeah, right. Josh, you don't believe me, do you? Michael, whose phone did you have to steal this time? Or did you get yours back? Josh, what are you talking about? She came to me. Michael, well, I'll say one thing about you. You're a colorful storyteller. Go on. What happened next? Josh, oh, trust me, you don't even want to know all the details. Michael. Oh, yes, I do. Since you're such a stud muffin now, you can help me get ready for college. Josh. What do you mean get ready for college? Michael. Well, if you got a girl into bed, I want to know how you did it so I'll know what to do. Josh. Well, I didn't learn from anybody telling me about it. You just got to get lucky. Just be suave and be yourself. Maybe show her a little of what you got, like a picture of the goods beforehand. That's how I won over Amanda. Michael. That's okay. I want to be entertained. I want to know everything that happened from start to finish. Don't leave out any details or body parts. Josh. All right, you asked for it, but I'm not giving out any information unless you give out some, like where she lives. Michael. Okay, so you had sex with a girl, and you don't even know how to get in touch with her. No email, no phone, no Snapchat profile? Josh. Hey, did you forget I got no phone? All right, forget it. I don't need you to tell me. I'll find out somehow. And that, my brother, is how a guy gets laid. Persistence. Internal, the hallway in front of Josh's room, day. Mike, in the doorway of Josh's room, faces Joey. Both look confused and incredulous. Joey. What the hell's going on? Oh my God, the room stinks. The boy's gone somehow. You want to start explaining? Mike. Yeah, I'll be glad to. Joey. You know he's in big trouble, right? Isn't that what your lawyer was saying on the phone? How'd you let him slip away? Mike. Well, if you'd let me explain, I came by like I told you. The door was open. Seems to be a thing around here whenever I show up. Joey. Not me. Mike. Yeah, I know not you. Giselle was here. Joey. Oh, now she finally decides to show up. But where is she when you really need her? Mike. She didn't look too good, like she was really tired. Joey. She's got nobody but herself to blame for that. Mike. Let's not get into that. Let's just stay focused on Josh. So he was here with her in the living room, on the couch. Joey, really cracking up. Oh, really? And somehow you ended up in a room all by yourself that reeks of piss. You care to explain yourself? Your bladder giving way again? Mike. No, Joey. Thankfully, this time my bladder was working fine. Fortunately, you came home in the nick of time. Josh. All right, so this is Josh's piss then. And yet somehow he managed to be gone while you're stuck in here. Brilliant work, if you ask me. Mike. Hey, you going to give me a chance to tell you what really happened? Or are you going to keep editorializing so I can't get a word in edgewise? Caption. And now, continuing on in and out of the cocoon. Theme music / display. Caption. The family adventure continues. Internal. Samantha's hospital room, day. Dr. Morfield is sitting up by the bedside next to Samantha, who's lying in bed, head up on her pillow, looking better than before. Dr. Morfield. That's how therapy works. It helps relieve you of pressures that build up inside when you can talk to somebody honestly about them. You didn't do anything wrong. You were abused, and what's more, it was by an authority figure. I strongly suggest you follow through with this course of therapy, along with any medication you may need to help stabilize you. I will be back to see you a few times before you're discharged, but it's up to you to follow up once you're back at home. Samantha. I don't know about that. You know how my mom is. Dr. Morfield. She seemed pretty anxious for you to receive whatever treatment you need. Samantha. Yeah, but just to spite me, she'll forbid me from coming when she gets into one of her spiteful moods. She does that a lot. Dr. Morfield. I know, you told me. We'll talk about that next time. I think she's going to be okay about this, though. He pats her gently on her shoulder closest to him, gets up to leave, and reaches out his hand to her to shake hers. Dr. Morfield. Okay, Samantha. I'll be seeing you. She nods, smiling as he leaves. Internal, Josh's friend Michael's house, day. Michael and Josh are still in the doorway, the door open, but more or less inside the house. Michael. Hey, come on in. Josh. So you don't know anyone who knows Amanda? Michael. Maybe I do, but I just don't know it. Josh. Emphatic. She's in our class. How could you not know her? Boy, you really don't hang out with the girls at all. Michael. What can I tell you? I got into Stanford. I never saw you hanging out with any girls either. Michael's mother, off screen from another room. Who's that at the door, Michael? Michael, you really won't believe this, Ma. You remember Josh, the crazy geek? Michael's mother, off screen from another room. Who? That name doesn't ring a bell at all. Josh. Oh man, she's just as bad as you forgetting names and people. Michael's mother comes into the room and sees Josh. Michael's mother, noticing Josh. Oh, hi. I don't think we've met. Michael, how come you never told me about this one? I thought I knew all your friends. Michael, you actually have met. Do you remember Josh? No, actually we haven't. Sorry, I've been gone. Hesitates. Michael's mother. Oh? Where'd you go? Traveling? Someplace nice? Michael. Oh, he went someplace real nice. Michael's mother. Oh, I love traveling. We're actually getting ready to take a trip this summer in Europe. Among other things, we're celebrating Michael's graduation. And did he tell you? Michael. Yeah, he knows about me getting into Stanford on a scholarship. I'll bet you could get into Stanford or another good school too with your smarts. You should apply yourself and go for it. Michael's mother. It's funny, I don't remember you. Do you want to join us for a bite? Michael's father, off screen. Okay, soup's on. He enters the room. Michael's father. It's actually cold sandwiches. Who's hungry? Michael's mother. Jay, Michael has a friend who came to see him off. Isn't that nice? Michael's father. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere? His expression sours. Josh. Maybe I better be going. It was great to see you again, Michael, and congrats. Nice meeting you. Michael's father. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. Michael. Dad, let him go. He just wanted to say goodbye. All right, take care, Josh. Michael's father. Wait, now I got it. You're that boy who got our son in big trouble. I remember it now. It took a lot of work on our part and his to turn everything around, and all he was trying was to be a good friend. Whatever happened to you? Josh. I got punished. Michael's mother, taken aback. Oh, you're that boy? Michael's father. I hope you learned your lesson and got it together. Josh. I sure did. Michael's mother, disappointed. And you didn't even tell me? Josh. I'm sorry to bother all of you. Just wanted to wish Michael well. He was a good friend to me. And I'm really happy for you, Michael. He starts to leave. Michael's father. I hope seeing Michael's success inspires you to study hard too, because you're a brilliant student too. As long as you play by the rules. Josh. Thanks, sir. I'll try my best. He walks out of the house as the three of them stare at him from behind with puzzled, perplexed looks. Michael's father. I hope that kid was serious, because I never know whether I can trust him or not. Internal. Samantha's hospital room. Day. Samantha's in her bed as we left her. She starts to reach for her phone when the door opens, and in walks Kamala, who comes and sits at her bedside. Kamala. I heard it went really well. Samantha, smiling. Yeah, he kind of surprised me. I didn't know anyone had that kind of power to take away my pain. Kamala. That means it's working. But you have to stick with it even when it doesn't feel so good. Samantha. What do you mean? Kamala. Sometimes you have to deal with stuff that makes you feel bad. That's the only way you can ever get over it. Just trust him. He knows what he's doing. Samantha. She stares into space, half pondering, half zoning, and then looks back at Kamala with a smile. Kamala massages her arm. Samantha. So how are you doing? Kamala. Okay, I guess. Trying to look into a summer internship in legal advocacy for disadvantaged people with an emphasis on abused women. Samantha. Wow, it sounds great. You're so ahead of everybody else. They'd all be looking to work at McDonald's and to have some summer fun. Kamala. You know that's not me, honey. I gotta do things to help people. Samantha. Yeah, I see. Well, you've really helped me. Kamala. You helped me too by marching with us. And I like your fiery sense of justice. You just need to place it correctly, like not when you're in the crazy situation and a cop has cuffs on you. Let me reread that again. You need to place it correctly, not like when you're in a crazy situation and a cop has cuffs on you. Samantha. Yeah. Kamala. You seem better than I've seen you in a long time. Samantha. I hope we can get out of here so we can have some real fun in bed together. Kamala smiles. Yeah, me too. We also need to make sure we get that case happening against the cop. Samantha, have you talked to anyone? Kamala, it takes time. I signed the complaint, but as soon as you're well enough, you should co-sign it as a co-complainant, since you were assaulted as well. And then we just have to wait until the court can schedule us for a preliminary hearing. Samantha, that sounds like a lot. Maybe I better get better first. Kamala, you are getting better. All you have to do is go in and sign the complaint form, which is already submitted. The more names on it, the more credulity it has. Samantha, credulity? Kamala, believability. Samantha, wait, I know that one. Credulity. Spells slowly. Credulity. Credulity. Kamala smiles. Internal, the house, living room day. The door opens. Josh walks in, somewhat enthusiastically and excited. All of a sudden, he sees Mike, Joey, and Giselle all sitting on the couch with stern, almost intimidating expressions. After a little longer than usual silence, as Josh is taken aback by the icy reception, Josh, with cheerful enthusiasm, "Hey, guess what?" Mike, "I don't get what's happening here. I think you'd be afraid to come back after the way you left." Josh, still on his high, not acknowledging his parents' glares. "Yeah, but I'm going to make good now, because I'm going to buckle down and study up. Michael just got into Stanford, and there's no reason I can't either. I'm so glad you're here, Grandpa, so we can get back to the homeschooling." Nobody talks as they try to process what's going on until Giselle, looking right at Mike, then left at Joey, totally disheveled, unkempt, and exhausted. "Are one of you going to say something, or do I have to do everything?" Josh, smart alecky. "You know the answer to that, Ma. You got to do everything." Giselle, abruptly, stern, raising voice. "Don't even try to get on my good side now." Joey, "She's got to do everything, huh? That's what you think?" Mike, "I think this is supposed to be about Josh, not your wife." Joey, "Oh, it's definitely about him. Let me tell you something, sonny boy, smart Alec. I've just had enough of your tricks. You've got no idea how this world works, and you have the nerve to think you can make it all right by studying now, which I know is a ruse." Josh, "No, it's not a Joey. Shut up because you've reached the end of your rope, and now you're going to learn something. Really learn something for the first time." Pause as everyone self-collects. "You can't just joke and worm your way into success by fooling people. Your mother was nice enough to let you out of your room. And what's the first thing?" Giselle, "Wait a minute, Joey. He climbed down the side. The door was still locked." Joey, "Doesn't matter. He knew you were being nice. And what does he do first thing? He takes advantage. And let me tell you another thing. You think your ma does everything. Well, I got news for you. I'm the one bringing home the bacon." Giselle, "Oh, and my job counts for nothing?" "My kids, don't fight. We got to stay united." Joey, "Okay, I'm sorry, honey. But who was it going out there every day, despite even your mother trying to stop me, sitting in an empty shop so you'd have a place to live and food to eat? Who hauls his ass every day to be there on time, early even, and stays late while you're just goofing off thinking up ways to beat the system, which can't be beat?" Giselle, "Joey, you didn't have to go out there. We had the stimulus money, and Mike helped us out. You were just being stubborn." Joey, "No, I wasn't. You're totally missing the point. It's about him growing up. Listen to me clearly, young man. It's called a work ethic. You want to get somewhere? This is how you do it. You get up every morning early before everyone else, and you get your ass out there and work. I could have shown you how to make an honest living instead of those con games you were getting into. And you didn't even get any of them right. What, so you got one girl in your bed a couple nights and now you think you're hot shit? That don't mean nothing. You still got caught with everything you did. The only thing you succeeded at was making everybody around you's life a big pain. But you didn't get anything out of it. You're just lucky I didn't do to you what other boys' fathers do. You can't count my father. He's a liberal, so he's too soft," looks at Mike. "You know something? You're the reason this kid thought he could get away with anything. I think I somehow got mixed up in the wrong family because I didn't have a father when I needed someone." Mike, "Are we going to start this again?" Joey, "You better believe we are. I'm just lucky Grandpa was still alive and knew how to raise me. Mike. Oh, right. He sure raised you right. He taught you to hate people, to bring your children up like some kind of prison camp. Joey. Well, let's compare grandpas then. Which one of us is the one who got a delinquent grandson? Which one is the one who takes care of his family and the one you can trust to take your car to for repairs and maintenance? Mike. Joey, you can't compare yourself, a healthy, functioning, middle-aged man, to an adolescent. Joey. Oh, I thought we were all supposed to be united together, but you'd rather take his side. Aha. Giselle. Ugh, Gad, will you guys please? My head is killing me. My ears are ringing. I can't do this anymore. Looks up, pleading. God, what did I do? I was never that bad. Ugh. Deep exhale. Silence for a moment as everyone looks at her in total surprise. Mike. Wait a minute. There's something not right here. Joey. There's a lot not right here. Mike. I'm not talking about what you're thinking. Joey. What am I thinking? I'm talking about the very things you're getting down on Josh for are the exact same things your hero, Donald Trump, is exactly guilty of. He's been playing that con game for all his life. Joey. Hey, what did I tell you about talking about the great Donald Trump that way here in this house? Giselle. I'm leaving. I gave you guys a chance, but you're all a bunch of boys. I'm going to stay at my friend's where I'll get some real peace and quiet. Josh, smiling excitedly. Oh, the guy you had sex with? Giselle. All right, Josh, that's the end of you. You're at the mercy of your father now. Joey. What? You cheated on me? Giselle. I'm staying with my girlfriend, Jenny. That's what's wrong with you men. You all think alike, on a one-track mind. Josh. Wait, you had lesbian sex? Wow. All right, Ma. Joey, cracking up. You slept with another woman? That's hysterical. Giselle. Oh, now it's funny to you. Jesus, you people. I just said I'm going to stay with a girlfriend to get some rest. Stop with the sex already. And as for you, sonny boy, I wish I was a lesbian, so I wouldn't have to deal with a big screw-up like you. She sticks her tongue out at Josh and storms off, leaving the front door open. Josh. Wow, that's so cool that Ma's a lesbian. Joey. Shut up. Your mother's not a lesbian. Josh. Oh, you're jealous, Dad. That means you really love her. Joey. How about I come over there and do to you what I've been meaning to do all year? And your ma is not here to protect you, smarty pants. Mike. Joey, cool it. Come on. All of a sudden the doorbell rings. Joey. The door's open, you moron. A police officer enters, along with Walensky, followed by Giselle. Giselle. Nice work, Joey. You just called an officer of the law a moron. Joey. Oh, officer, I didn't realize that was you. Police officer. I'm required as a police officer to either ring the doorbell or knock, even if the door is open. It's protocol. Mike. Yes, it's in the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, which means their bodies and their corporal autonomy. Joey. What? Josh. Corporal autonomy. It means your body is your possession, and nobody has the right to invade it or restrict it unless you're a danger to yourself or others. Mike. Wow, there's actually hope for this boy. And for women if we can get a new justice on the court. I thought you were only a genius at tech stuff. Josh. See, I'm really studying, guys. I'm turning over a new leaf. Police officer. Well, you're why we're here. Now you called Mr. Stivic? Joey. Yeah, that boy escaped again, so. Police officer. Oh boy, that's not good. Walensky with frustration. No, it's not. Police officer. So you want us to take him down? Josh freezes up with fear, as nobody says anything, and Walensky looks at the family adults curiously for someone's answer. Mike. Wait a minute. We called you because he was lost to us and wanted you to find him, not lock him up. Joey. Speak for yourself. Giselle. Yeah, I'm with Joey on this. I've reached the end of my rope, too. Mike. To Joey and Giselle. Do you really want him spending his childhood in jail? He was just missing. Giselle. Fine. You can be his guardian. And it wasn't just that one thing. Mike. I don't really believe you. Giselle, look at me, Mike. I got one kid took all my meds, so I'm destabilized. I haven't slept in years. I need a break. I'm sorry, it's either the police or you. Walensky, wait a minute. There is a solution. You were just looking for a way to keep him from running away so he won't get in trouble. How about putting an ankle bracelet on him? Police officer. An ankle monitor? Walensky. That's right. He can't detach it, and his whereabouts are always available electronically to you and to the police. Giselle. That actually might be a solution. Walensky. If he were to leave again, a GPS would set off an alarm and let you know immediately his actual whereabouts. But Josh, if that were to happen, that would be your last straw. You'd have to be locked up. Do you understand me? Josh nods, relaxing somewhat, but not completely. Police officer. Do I have your permission for this, Mr. and Mrs. I'm sorry, Mr. and Ms. Stivic? Josh. All I want to do is my studies now. I just need Grandpa to help, since I don't have a computer now. Giselle. I can deal with that. And there's another thing I was going to bring up when we were alone before all this began. But I better do it now before I pass out. I'd like to get him into therapy. Joey. Oh, no, not this again. Giselle. Yes, Joey. In fact, I think we should all be in therapy. But Josh especially, because there's something missing in his head. Joey. Oh, you mean common sense? That seems to be flying around these days, not just him. Giselle. It's really working with Samantha and doing wonders for her. I think we'd all benefit from it, and I want to enroll us all. Joey. Well, count me out. I don't need therapy. Giselle. Joey, you're getting the wrong idea. Samantha didn't go because anything was wrong with her. Joey. Of course not, because she was forced into it. Giselle. No, Joey, because she was in a situation that anybody would need therapy to deal with. Veda. Giselle. Well, you think you can be trusted with the internet access and not get into the trouble? You know, wait. I'm sorry. Josh, yeah, no, I guess I learned my lesson this time. That's Josh talking. Giselle, you sure? Because I can see you now thinking, oh, I'm too smart for them. And then boom, they got you in their iron clutches. Trust me on this. They got their eye on you. You can't escape anymore. They got their eye on everybody. Gone are the days of freedom back on the farm. And if anybody should know it, you of all people have that enterprise to see how easy it is to get into somebody's life and get information on them. Pause. And that's why we're going into therapy, because this is serious. It already saved your sister's life when she almost. Anyway, we're all going to go into therapy. At least you, me, and Samantha, because they can't cope either. Josh. Who said I couldn't cope? I can cope. I'm just bad. No, Josh, you do those bad things because you can't cope. Josh looks really upset and resigned. Giselle, but not together. I didn't mean that kind of therapy. Josh, completely lost. What? What? Giselle, I meant each of us separately. Josh, still confused, looks somewhat relieved, but not totally. Giselle, you get a whole hour to talk about whatever's on your mind, what's important to you. You don't talk enough. Josh, maybe it's because I never get a chance with the three of you yelling all the time. Giselle, well, now I no way. Oh, shoot, I did it. Okay, here we go. Josh, maybe it's because I never got a chance with the three of you all yelling all the time. That was after Giselle said, You get a whole hour to talk about whatever's on your mind, what's important to you. You don't talk enough, Josh. Maybe it's because I never got a chance with the three of you yelling all the time. Giselle, well then perfect. Now's your chance. Now I got to get back to bed. As you already know, I said I had a crazy day trying to look after your sister who almost killed herself. Josh, very alarmed. What? Giselle, never mind, we'll get to that later. She's fine now and being cared for in the hospital. Josh, oh my God, what happened to Samantha? Giselle, she's fine, I said. You think you're the only one with problems? So I went out last night because I couldn't take it anymore. But I just ended up getting really sick because I usually don't drink that much. So now I'm on a really short fuse and need to get to bed ASAP if I want to function, which I know one of the three of you will be pestering me to do. But anyway, since I did something bad, I'm not going to torture you about this whacked out girl. I get it. We all need a release. You're off the hook about that. That is, as long as you don't get yourself into Josh interrupting. So why did you put me and Amanda through Giselle uninterrupted over it? Any more trouble with the law, seeing what horrible Josh uninterrupted over her. All that torture. Giselle continuing. Things she did by going public with all those lies about you. Maybe if you're free and not locked up in this room, you'll find a decent girl who's not psycho. Josh takes a little while to process this all in, while Giselle takes a while to pause to free up her tension. She gets up to go. Giselle, back turned, walking towards the stairs. Just remember, the police got your number. Giselle. So maybe your father did have the right idea leaving the door unlocked. Although I get the feeling after he saw that bullish, hey, now I'm curious, how did he react? I guess he was in and out so fast you were able to hide her. Huh? Josh, huh? Giselle, don't play dumb. And now that's more proof which of your two parents is smarter than you. And you better watch yourself with her. And there's still one thing I don't understand. Why did he leave the door unlocked? Josh, I don't know. I wish he would have told me so we didn't have to pee and stink up the room. Giselle, touche. Now it's also beginning to make sense. Okay. Now it's also beginning to make sense. He was so pissed when he called me at the hotel this morning. That's their father. Um, he was probably so upset he didn't even want to bother with you. Probably just left it open. Probably just left it open because he knew you'd take forever to get up and use the bathroom. That way, because he was saying he had to go get to work and didn't want to bother with waiting for you to use the bathroom. Idiot. I wish he had told you so the room wouldn't have stunk up so much. Josh. Yeah, you and me both. Giselle. But now at least I got something on you, too. So there. You keep quiet about my night last night, and I'll be quiet about your night. And I'll fight to keep your door unlocked. Josh. What about my phone? Well, you think you can be trusted with internet access and not get into trouble? You know, you still have a court case coming up. You're in trouble already. Josh, yeah, I know. I guess I learned my lesson this time. Giselle, you sure? Because I can see you now thinking, okay, I'm too smart for them. Trust me on this. They got their eye on you. You can't escape anymore. They got their eye on everybody. Gone are the days of freedom back on the farm. And if anybody should know it, you, of all people, have that expertise to see how easy it is to get into somebody's life and get information on them. And that's why we're going into therapy, because this is serious. Also, it did save your sister's life. Um, Josh, who said I can't cope? I can cope. I'm just bad. Pardon me. Giselle, no, Josh. You do those bad things because you can't cope. Josh looks really upset and resigned. Giselle, but not together. I didn't mean that kind of therapy. Josh, completely lost. What? Giselle, I meant each of us, separately. Josh, still confused, looks somewhat relieved, but not totally. Giselle, you get a whole hour to uh, talk about whatever's on your mind, what's important to you. You don't talk enough. Josh, maybe it's 'cause I never get a chance with the three of you yelling all the time. Giselle, well then perfect then. Now's your chance. As you already know, I said I had a crazy day trying to look after your sister who almost killed herself. Josh, very alarmed. What? Giselle, never mind, we'll get to that later. She's in the hospital now and being cared for. Josh, oh my God, what happened to Samantha? Giselle, she's fine, I said. You think you're the only one with problems? So I went out last night because I couldn't take it anymore. But I just ended up getting really sick because I usually don't drink that much. And so now I'm on a really short fuse. I need to get to bed ASAP if I want to function, which I know one of the three of you will be pestering me to do. But anyway, since I did something bad, I'm not going to torture you about this whacked out girl. I get it. We all need a release. You're off the hook about that. That is, as long as you didn't get yourself into Josh interrupting. So why'd you put me and Amanda through Giselle uninterrupted? Oh, I'm in the wrong, because this says episode 24. I remember reading this thing before. I apologize, but it looks like this is just a draft. But, okay, Giselle back turn walking toward. Actually, she's supposed to have already left. I don't know how I ended up with this version of the episode. If I get time, I will try to re-record it. I'm now way over time, but for now, this is going to stand. If I don't get a chance to do the others, I think pretty much all of episode 25 got spoken, and then there's a lot more going on. Take care now. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it myself too.